Hello out there in internet land. This is WPJon. I'm John DeBach, and today we're going to teach you how to connect your domain to your host. How to get them to talk to each other and connect. Come on, you guys could do it. You guys could do it. Bloop.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm John DeBach. I've been building websites for companies and bloggers for over 10 years. Here on WPJon, I teach you everything I know about WordPress and digital marketing, so you can create amazing freaking websites that make money, money, money. So if you're with me so far, you've learned how to buy a domain. We use Namecheap and we got a good, clean, good, memorable, yummy, delicious domain name that you're going to market and plaster all over your vans and bumper stickers and business cards and all that stuff. And we also bought a domain host. You either went with the more economical host, bluehost.com, or you went with WPX. Both of them great options. They have different approaches to each. But now you got to figure out, how do you connect your domain to your host? Right? Because there's a problem. If we look into my website right now, Kid Web Design, which is the one we're using for test purposes here, you'll see at the top of the site, this is my domain name right now. box5902.temp.domains /tilde kidwebde /. Just rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? Who doesn't want to visit that website? Ugh. That would be horrible. That would just be absolutely horrible. Obviously, that's just a temporary website domain name because Bluehost wants you to get up and running. WPX doesn't really do that in the same way, but we're just going to go with this right now because the process is not identical, but you need to do it for either host that you're using, whether it's Bluehost or WPX. You need to be able to connect your domain to your actual host. So let me show you how that's done. The first thing you're going to want to do is actually figure out what your name servers are going to be. Now, if you're with WPX, you log into your dashboard. So let's go over to WPX so I can show you what I mean. In WPX, under your WordPress hosting, you're going to see a service details list like this. This is for another website I manage called Larker. It's a startup. You should check it out if you have time. It's an amazing company. If you scroll down under server details, right here are your name servers. You'll see mine are ns32 and ns33.wpxhosting.com. You need both. You can either write them down or keep this page open and open a new tab in your browser, which is what I typically like to do because I'll just copy paste. We're going to want to put those in your domain registrar, Namecheap. So let's head over to Namecheap right now and see what I'm talking about. So this is Namecheap. This is my account dashboard. And if I typed in my domain list, I typed in the one domain that I want to edit up here. So if you are buying multiple domains, the easiest way to find them is just to type the name of it right there in that box. And then once you've done that, you're going to want to click on this Manage button over here on the left to manage your website. So let's do that now. We'll click Manage. And after we click Manage, it'll load up these settings. You're going to want to scroll down to Name Servers. And you'll see over here, I've already selected Custom DNS. Now, by default, it's going to be under Namecheap Basic DNS, which is not what you want. You want to, that just says I'm parked here and we don't know what we're doing with the website yet. So what you want to do is you want to change this to Custom DNS. Because let's face it, we're custom web designers at this point, aren't we? We like custom work, not off-the-shelf garbage. So we're going to go with a custom one, and this is the name server area that you're going to fill out. This will start blank. It'll say name server 1 and 2, and you're going to want to paste the name servers that you got from WPX. So that's if you're with WPX. So that's all you really have to do. You're going to copy and paste these two things. So it would be, for me, if I wanted to host this with WPX, I would put that one in the first one, and I would put the second one in the second. Oops. Come on, mouse. Don't you hate it when you mice things? What is that, miss highlight? I don't know. But it just takes forever sometimes, and you're like, come on, I need to highlight just that word, not the other words, not the other word. I should maybe look into anger management classes. So there you have it. You have your two WPX hosting accounts. And if you wanted to save this, if you were with WPX, all you would have to do is click this little green check button. I know it's small. I don't know why they made it so hard to figure out. It's not the best user interface design, but that's the check mark you want to check. Trust me, I've been doing this for years. So if you were with Bluehost, though, obviously your name servers are going to be different. So your name servers with Bluehost, believe it or not, are hard to find. I actually had to do a few Google searches, and I found that they had an old dashboard with different screenshots. And so this is how you do it. What you want to do is in your control panel for Bluehost, click on your domains. Okay, and then from your domains, you'll see your domain here. And then you're going to want to click on Manage. And you'll see the name servers right here. And they're usually the same. That's the kind of funny thing. It's usually ns1 and ns2.bluehost.com, almost for all Bluehost sites, but double check before you do it. So if we wanted to copy these and paste these in our Namecheap, that's how you would do it. You would just paste one in and then the other. And I'm going to change this to the 2 and hit the green check mark to lock it in. And you'll see it updates. It just does its little thing. Excuse me, my voice is getting hoarse. Horsey voice. Don't like the horsey voice. That's better, kind of. Still a little raspy. Maybe I should have some warm tea. So once that's done, the green check mark will disappear. So you'll notice over here where the green check mark once was, now is nothing. So that means that they've been saved correctly. You can close Namecheap at this point. You don't need it anymore. But before you check if your website's actually live and hosting with your domain name, you actually have to check your DNS and see if it's propagated. This could take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours to actually do, and sometimes it can be done in about 30 minutes. The way I like to check is go to another website, which is a handy tool. It's called whatsmydns.net. So if you go to whatsmydns.net and you type in the name of your site here in this box, make sure this is set to name server NS and search, it'll give you the status. So let's do that right now. Let's type in Kid Web Design and type in or choose NS and hit the search button. And you'll see that most of them are propagated already. We have NS1 all over the world, and it's checking it all over the earth to make sure it's there. Now, it's not everywhere. You'll see in New York and in Dallas it's not there yet, in Brazil. And I found that even if everything in your own country, even if everything in America is under your DNS, but something in China isn't, occasionally it'll still not work. But let's try it. It could work at this point. Let's type in kidwebdesign.com, hit enter, and we'll see that it is actually working. This is our old WordPress front-facing page, so we need to actually probably disable the Bluehost plugin to get this to work. But our website is connected. It was that fast. You saw it took just a couple minutes for it to work, and that's all there is to it. So if you were to go with WPX, you'd obviously want to make sure that this was saying ns32, the 33.wpxhosting.com. But if you're with Bluehost, you want to make sure these are there. And because this was so fast, I would say within like another hour at max, the whole world will be populated and all this will be green checks. It's another reason I like Namecheap. They tend to have really, really, really fast propagation. So that's all there is to connecting your domain to your web host on either WPX or Namecheap. And that's what allows you to get your domain name up there on the universe so that if someone actually types in your domain name, they'll actually see the site that you hosted. Otherwise, they'll just see, this domain is parked. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment in the boxes below or send me an email over at my site, WPJon.com. Thanks so much. See you next time.